everybody, Kanisha the Creator here, and I am here today reading myself. Yesterday, I tried to make a video where I was reading reviews of certain shows and movies. So, this time, unlike I foolishly did last time, I am going to break them into parts. This first part, I am going to be reading all the reviews of High Guardian Spice from IMDb. Let's see if there are any good ones. I'm just joking. We all know they're bad. I am going to read 4 reviews. Will I find all the purposely bad ones? Are you kidding? These are all bad reviews. Come on. So let's read the first one. You know that High Guardian Spice is off to a bad start when you realize the title is dishonest. None of the characters are named after spices. See, that's one thing I complained about in my other video when I said the one thing I forgot to mention in the fan of my remaking of the High Guardian Spice for my fanfic is I called it High Guardian Herb because they're not even named after spices. They're named after herbs. But like a YouTuber I watched said, who would watch a show called High Guardian Herb? But then again, I feel sorry for the people who thought High Guardian Spice was better. Would be a better title name anyway. They should have just called it High Guardian Academy. That would have been more better. Now anyway, nor do we actually know what they're guarding against. See, again, that's another problem we have with the show. People kept complaining, including me, we don't even really know what they're guarding. So that's what I put in my fanfic. I put in my fanfic like they're guarding nature and all the inhabitants, but mostly nature and its creatures and all that stuff. The plants, the creatures, the skies, all that. The Guardians are protecting all that in my fanfic. I feel like this is just gonna be me bashing the show, but at the same time just promoting my fanfic. If y'all haven't read it, I will put it in the link in the description below. If y'all don't want to read it because y'all tired of hearing about High Guardian Spice, I don't blame you. But I actually did try and make it a little bit better, so if y'all actually like the way it's going, just tell me. Anyway, next. So, the only thing that is accurate between the series and the title is high, because the only thing you'll feel after you finish watching the first and likely last season of Crunchyroll's feverish incoherent DOA nightmare High Guardian Spice. 2 out of 10. It would have been 1 out of 10 if it wasn't for Slime Boy. Slime Boy for the win! I am so glad that people like Slime Boy, because let me tell you, he was my favorite character too. Him, Amaryllis, and Snapdragon. I don't care what y'all say about what they did with his character arc. I still like Snapdragon, so screw all y'all who never gave him enough credit. Here's one. See, the first one they gave 2 out of 10. The other 2 I'm looking at, they gave 1 out of 10. So here's the first 1 out of 10. If I could rate it 0, I would. Heck, even 0 is too generous for this abomination. They give it negative. -1, or -2, or -3. Any negatives would have been better than this. Ouch! Mellow! Sorry, that was my cat. He scratched me. It's my fault for having my hand on the stupid table. Now, where was I? I saw the announcement from Crunchyroll 3 years ago, and I knew it was gonna be trash. But for it to be this bad, like, bruh, it's not just bad, it's straight up offensive. And like I said, many people on YouTube thought that too, and I think that too. Like, 1, it has bad LGBT representation. 2, the animation. Ooh, don't even get me started on the animation. I already did that in my last video. Whoa. The writing. Even for kids show, it was bad. I've seen many kids shows that have the most clever writing I've ever seen. That show, it didn't even look like they knew how to talk. I'm like, did they just say, okay guys, I just need you to improvise and think what kids talk and think how kids talk. And then I'll write that for the script. Like, I feel like that's what they did. Because some of these lines were so ridiculous. And also, their whole fake mature rating, they only randomly cussed. I know some great kid shows where the characters would cuss out of nowhere. You wouldn't expect it. They'll cuss out of nowhere, and then you'll just be like, that was actually kind of pretty cool. I'm not going to even lie. They just cussed out of nowhere. That was actually pretty cool. Okay, here's the third review. I told you all these are bad. Here it is. 1 out of 10. Poor and problematic. Though pure problematic would be even better, but hey, I'm not gonna go through that bandwagon. I won't go into the controversy towards this show during its earlier stage of production. Tell me why I forgot that I actually did watch the original trailer for High Guardian Spice. I'm sorry that I didn't mention that in my last video, but I watched it, and I agree with everybody else who was saying, if there's one thing you know about your show isn't really good, is if you don't talk about the characters, but you talk about the diversity in the show and behind it. Like, I'm like, okay, diversity doesn't mean anything unless you have the show looking good. That's one thing that helps with making any show good. And let me tell you, 3 years ago, I did hear about High Guardian Spice. I just wasn't that interested in it. So I just brushed it off and just went back to watching regular anime. I'm pretty sure I'm still watching anime 3 years ago. Let me think about that. 3 years ago. Let's see. I'm 20 right now. So 3 years ago, I would have been 17. Yeah, I was still watching anime back then. But that is, yeah, I was still watching it strongly. That I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I was watching anime back then, so I wasn't even thinking about High Guardian Spice like that. I just heard about it, and I was like, oh, yeah, cool. Whatever. And then I just went on my day. So anyway, as far as anyone should be concerned, we just have a new series on anime streaming service. It would be judged as such. The issue here is the lack of true innovation, or at the very least, innovation. That seems natural. Characters are one note and adhere to traits already used in other shows. The plot is just as flat and basic. The animation, I'm not going to complain about a Western cartoon being featured on an anime service, but this animation is pretty subpar. Basic movement, mediocre interactions, often lazy backgrounds. See, just what I was pointing out before. The writing suggests the writers are out of touch with the world. So true, like I just said. Or have no grasp on natural progression or presentation. It feels like meeting a quota than providing true representation. Not all LGBTQ plus individuals have girlish hairstyles or a punk look. It's a borderline capture? I don't know how to say that. It's less a lesbian character and more, look, it's a lesbian character. Are you satisfied? I'm all for representation, but I fear it was always, always be handled in the worst possible way. Well, maybe not always, but for something like in this show, you are right. It was presented in a very bad way. A very bad way. But, yeah, I will admit, you are right. There are some bad representation in TV. Like, they always have this thing, and I'm going to take you people off the High Guardian Spice for a moment. So, let me tell you, in LGBTQ plus representation, there always seems to be the stereotype. For the lesbian relationship, there has to be the girly lesbian, and there has to be the tough lesbian. Most of the time, they be having the tomboy lesbian type. And then for guys, it's the straight up opposite. It's always the guys who act all girly and do ballet or like not just ballet. They also like, well, they're always in theater. Every time they're in theater or choir, that's how you know they're gay. If they do anything feminine, they're immediately gay. And like, don't get me wrong, sometimes my favorite characters will be onto that stereotype, but other times I'm like, come on guys, can we please stop using that dumb, just because the guy acts feminine, he's gay trope? Because this is getting old. This is really getting old. Come on, people. Let's amp it up a little bit. And you know, in some cartoons, they do amp it up a little bit with some gay characters. They actually make it actually seem like these gay characters are just, you know, not just being every moment, hey, look at how gay I am. No, they're actually regular, real people, just like in real life. Gay people are regular people. So yeah, I like it when they actually present them in a good way, not in that bad way that they always show. So anyway, what's the rest of this? Oh, if these characters are based on the writers, then it's less about representation and more of a warped interpretation of it. You know, that's another thing. I remember so many times when I was watching YouTube videos about people talking about how bad High Guardian Spice is. They said that Professor Caraway is based on the creator. And, you know, I can kind of see it, like the hair and everything. I can kind of see it. I don't know much about the creator, nor do I care. Nor will I ever figure out. I just really don't care. I might check out his new series that he's working on. Might. That is a huge might. But, yeah. Next, either the wrong people are presenting diversity, or this is just a poorly written show that was not worth the delays and vague initial details plagued with cliches, bland characters, stories, and low-quality animation. Both is both. Hey, at least this person made up their mind. Shout out to, hang on, let me look at this person's name. I didn't get to look at the name. Channel Even. Yeah, Channel Even. Shout out to you for at least deciding that you knew which one it was. Oh, hey guys, here's the first non-1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10. Here it is. This person gave it a 7 out of 10. Flawed, but not bad. This person's name is Blythe and Ferb. Oh, sorry, Blythe and Ferb. 91172. Okay, let's see why this person thought it was flawed, but not bad. If it wasn't for Crunchyroll giving very tight deadlines to people working on the show, it would have turned it out better. It's instead a fine but flawed show that has a decent soundtrack and fairly charming characters, but with the animation and writing that leave a lot to be desired. Still, it's a harmless watch. I'm sorry. I know I said I didn't hate the show, but this person didn't even say which characters were charming, which makes me assume that he or her thinks all the characters are charming in some way. And that just cracks me up. Because the only characters that are charming, I will quote this to this day, is Slime Boy, is Slime Boy, Snapdragon, and Amaryllis. Those are the only ones that will be charming to me. Don't get me wrong. I do like Pernell and Parsley because really, they weren't even really given that much character, especially Parsley. All she was given is, oh, I'm a blacksmith and I'm a good friend. That's it. We got like one episode with her arguing with her parents, and then they never ever bring it up again. That's it. It's over. That was the end. And I was like, well, at least they didn't ruin Parsley. So that's all I can give the show benefit for. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh. Guys, no. You won't even believe this. This didn't even come out when this show originally came out. This person reacted Guys, look at this. 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 You see this? You see this? You see this right here? It's right at the bottom. Like I said, Blythe. Yeah, see this? It's at the bottom. This says January 26, 2022. That means this means that wasn't even that long ago. This person did not watch this anime that long. I say anime. This thing does not deserve that title. Cartoon. Watch this cartoon not long ago and give it a freaking 7 out of 10. They admit that the writing is bad. They admit the animation is bad. But they still gave this a straight up 7 out of 10. This thing does not deserve a 7 out of 10. A 5 out of 10. A 4 out of 10. But a 7 out of 10? Now you got loco, woman. Or man. You got loco. And that's all the reviews I'm gonna read of High Guardian Spice. I'm done bashing this show and bashing this person that gave out this trash review. The rest of them were in November. The rest of the reviews that I gave out were in November. So yeah. So anyway, yeah. Bye everybody. I'm gonna make 3 other videos like this. So I hope y'all like those reviews.